Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I've got an open box video for you from NGC, and you guys are gonna have to go ahead and get out the popcorn, boil some hot dogs, whatever it is that you need to do to sit down and just be ready for a very large amount of coins that we are going to go through right now. I'm going to show you some stuff that you've never seen before. Well, I'm pretty sure you've never seen before, but promises, promises. And we're going to talk about what in the world we're looking at here. And even if you don't collect world coins, hang out and have some fun. We're going to see some stuff here that is highly unusual for us commoners. All right, first of all, what time period are these coins from, y'all? Take a look and see for yourself. Where are they from? Get a feeling, got a sense. Y'all can tell me what they're commemorating. Some of you, I think I flashed the back on one of those. So, although this looks like another third-party grading system, the CCCP, it is not. That would be the Russian state. Here we go. The Russian state 500th anniversary, 1989, and this PT, keep that in mind. PT, you want to know what that is? It is not part-time. It is platinum. And what's cool is not only the design on these guys, but then this entire series that we're about to look at, there are several different coins in here that they produced that have really cool designs that are of precious metal content. And I'm not going to bother you showing the reverse on all of these because they all kind of look the same. But you can almost read the word, that almost looks like it says apothecary right there, huh? Look at that. And this one, 1988, also a platinum coin from Russia with love. There are several. These bigger pieces here are made out of silver. These Russian series I sent in for a friend. Kind of fun here, we got different denominations. These are the 150s, and these are 3. So you've got your 3 ruble coin and a city view, which is a very traditional thing to do on a larger coin. If you watch some of the show, we got some larger, earlier coins. This one's kind of interesting because for people who collect larger coins from other countries, oftentimes they will collect them not by country but by topic. And here you'll notice we've got 2 different coins that have slightly different sizes. The color looks very similar, but you'll see the denomination is dramatically different, a 3 and a 25. And let's see if we can see some color difference here, right? These all look to be similar in color, but this is platinum. These are silver. This is P. Diddy right there, palladium. So as I scanter about here in different topics, palladium is fun, but also the Christianity Millennium. So this is the type of coin that would have cross collectability. So you'll see people collect coins based on topic. So a lot of people that I know that collect world coins, they will collect commemoratives from all over the world that will have a different, the same concept but from different countries. So whatever that topic is, Christopher Columbus, for example, has many commemoratives. Here's another palladium piece. Pretty coin. And as always, the most popular coins are coins with coins on them. This is one of the silver. This is the 3 ruble Russian minting, the 1000th anniversary of minting coins in Russia. So that's kind of a cool piece from 988 to 1988. So then if you bought this, you could then go, buy the original coin that goes with it. That's actually kind of a ongoing theme here. We've got the 1000th anniversary, lots of 1000 anniversaries going on of Russian architecture. This is another 3 ruble, so that's a silver piece. Russians have rubles. And this first all Russian coinage, another 3 ruble piece with early Russian pieces. We see this, these little small metal pieces called wire money. We see them sometimes in hordes, those things come out. All right, now on to something that is a little bit different as far as countries go. We're going to move to my backyard here, to Mexico with the Libertad series. This is the 2005. Tougher coin to get in general as far as this proof goes. A little bit lower mintage on that guy. I would say that on the proof 69, looks like this is the type of thing that you don't even see out there in the open market. There's some guy who wants $1,400 for one on eBay, but the last one we could find sold for $400, but a long time ago. So that one will probably just put on an auction. Oh man, modern mid-century is nothing. Mid-century is the early stuff. So modern commemorative coins from different countries that are super popular. A lot of these different Chinese commemorative coins. This is from the Endangered Wildlife series. A lot of these have a lovely look to them. Let me get my, I got some lint issues today. The Mountain Takin Endangered Wildlife series, proof 69 Ultra Cameo. These are roughly 1/4 of an ounce, but they probably trade double that on those coins. Then you get to the Giant Panda series. This is actually much more scarce. This is a similar size to the other one, and this coin probably trades at a couple thousand on this guy. The also Endangered Wildlife series. Pandas are popular. That's like the eagle is in America, the panda is in China. The 94 Endangered Wildlife Series 5, proof 69. Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. After that, we've got these are actually really cool. This is the first year of the panda. These 82s, little 1/10 ounce pieces, and they are kind of all over the place in value depending on the grades. We're gonna have to take a really close look at these two for 2 different reasons. One, because one came back a 69 and one a 64. The other one came back a short leaf and a long leaf. Now the short leaf and long leaf is going to be these leaves coming off of the backside of the panda. So let's see if we can take a closer look here. See how this bottom leaf extends past the end of the bamboo. And then on this guy, you can see how that leaf does not. Now this does have, I can see a mark above the panda's head on this guy. And is that another mark, or is that more lint down at the bottom here? I think that is another mark. But you know, the visual on both of these is pretty strong. But those couple marks, they really dinged it hard. As far as the overall grade goes on those. So pretty tough stuff. Pretty tough stuff. We're going to stay with the Panda series here. Here's another one that they were pretty rough on. I mean, the overall visual is pretty nice, but there are some little scuffs there in the field. And on proof coins, coins with the proof finish, I should say, they have not a lot of mercy on those guys. So if those proof-like fields get dinged up, they notice it right away. So I say proof-like because you may have noticed those previous coins looked like proofs, but they're mint state. This is also mint state, and so that is the process in which they strike stuff is different and considered different. How they denote things as uncirculated and proof is not the same way we do. So this is there's a lot of subtypes on pandas. Large date Serif 1. They have several different date sizes on these guys, and they have one with the serif on it and a one without the serif on it. And this guy's probably a couple $100, maybe less, within a 65. We'll take a look and see. You can see on these guys, this is the small date, large date without the serif, and the large date with the serif on it. And then they have estimated populations. This booklet here was probably something produced by a, well, I don't know if it was by a mail order company or not, the Gold and Silver Panda Coin Buyer's Guide by Peter Anthony. It's a pretty cool book in that it has some of those little sub-varieties listed in it. Also mintages, mintage, planned mintage. It'll tell you whether they call something BU or they call it proof. So it's a handy dandy little book if you can find it. Of course, there's plenty of things out there online that you can find. So next up, just in time for Christmas, we have all these FAO Schwartz pieces here. So FAO is a very popular series you'll see from the 70s, and something that when I first started at the coin shop, we had a lot of collectors that they collected very specifically all the FAO series. So the FAO series was a international food organization, Feed the World project, and so a lot of them will have this, food themes, but dozens of countries were involved in producing really quite attractive coins, and we used to have a lot of people that would collect these. They'd come in, do you have any FAO coins? And you see, here's some Egyptian, it looks like they're in the process of manufacturing different things here, and amongst them is pulling the wheat, harvesting the wheat. Lovely, lovely pieces. Most of these are going to be between probably $50 and $100 on these FAO issues that we've got in here. They did not come back, I think, quite as high a grade. A 65 is probably a lower grade than I was anticipating on that coin. But really attractive designs. Once again, when you look at world coins, I like to tell people to take a look and see kind of what they think, a coin could look like. All right, so this is, what would I call this? This is the equivalent in the US to me sending in a steel penny and trying to get a proof like on it. This is your un peso. So these are 10% silver. They're actually silver plated, one of the few circulating coins that's actually silver plated, from the mid 60s. And I see a lot of these. And this is the first one I think I've sent in to get graded in a long time, if ever, because it was just stunning. And all I want is just to get a little PL on there or a star. Okay, so MS66, no star. Silence. Can we just have a moment of silence for that, please? Okay. Back on to the scheduled program here for some Libertad auction action. Okay, so there are several double die varieties on the 1982 Onza. This they say is reverse die 1. First of all, we're used to the date side being the reverse, and so this is the date side. So it should be the obverse. I may have just said that entirely backwards. Typically speaking, on most all coins that you see, the US considers the date to be the dated side of the coin to be the obverse. Apparently the Mexican Mint considers the emblem side to be the obverse and the other side to be the reverse. I have it on good account from the engineer. So this double die you can see especially in the one and the word onza, and it's doubled kind of like up and to the left. And so this should be double die reverse 2, but it says 1. And double die reverse 1 is when it's doubled to the right. Like the whole thing looks smeared. Like if you look at the O, you can just see it all the way across. It looks like some like 1970s logo with the O just kind of stretched out there. So kind of interesting piece. Not to be outdone, we've got this 1984 Onza, which had just that little spot up at the top there. And this coin was really an attractive piece, so we sent it in. Came back in MS66. Probably a $60 coin, nothing too exciting on that guy. All right, so for our halftime entertainment today, we have me dropping things. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. So this is like super upsetting, and it's only super upsetting because, well, because I have to call him now and talk to him. But you know, this here, you know, maybe they changed something as to whether or not something is eligible or ineligible. I've had these certified many times in the past, and if I look online, they're certifiable. These Japanese Ishibu, these are amongst my favorite all-time coins. They're not even round. Look at that. And they're just cool. And I was expecting to get some really nice uncirculated grades out of those. Instead, I probably still got charged for them to not grade them. So I'm going to have to do a whole lot of looking into accounting and talking to humans and making phone calls and things that generally, I'm just a grumpy Gus. What are we going to do? All right. Let's see what else we can find here as we get on to part 2. Appropriately enough here as we get into the railroad, the ferrocarril. And one of the coins that's super popular, I've always really liked this coin in general from Mexico, 1955 peso, 1-year type. Mexico has a lot of little 1-year types snuck in their mid-century modern series. And if you look closely, there's the date on the sun, and there's your train. And so as I was talking earlier about people collecting things by type or by topic, really, so there are people who will collect train items, and so this kind of falls on their list. MS64, you know, probably a couple $100 plus on that bad boy. 1947, also, we sent this in because we thought it was pretty nice looking. This Guatemala, and one of the fun things about the Mexican coins is that you have this emblem here that is on so many of the coins, but they oftentimes look so different, you know, one from another. And I think this is kind of I think the Guatemala has my favorite overall version. The whole thing just pops visually, but also, I mean, it just feels like it stands out really far off of the coin. For whatever reason, it reminds me of the, I'm going to say like the Connecticut commemorative, not the eagle side, but the tree side. Just that cool look to it. Not a rare grade in 63. Probably not what we were hoping for in that guy. As we move on to a different Guatemala here, this 1948, little bit better looking coin, and it got a little bit better grade at MS65 on that guy. Just really a pretty coin, and you can see, you know, just like in the US, you'll see coins that actually come with kind of a different finish. The one on the left, a little more brilliant. The one on the right, a little bit more white, a little bit more matte looking almost. So both of those coins are probably going to be less than $100 each on those guys. All right, this guy here, there's actually some varieties on these. This is the short-tongued snake variety, and I'm not certain on this guy. We'll probably throw it on eBay and just see what happens with this guy. MS63, and a pretty low grade for the coin. Let me see, we got some action over here though that's probably causing the overall grade disparity here. That little area's got some pretty bold action on it. Also, you know, just understanding the way coins are struck is so different from one series to the next. I mean, just the visual look of that coin compared to the other ones from the same time period is pretty interesting on these Hidalgo pieces, which, well, I'll read you his whole name some other time. I do that once in a while. It's like once a year there's a reading of Hidalgo's full name. This is what I'm fascinated with the grading. So like this one, immediately my eye is drawn to the marks in front of his face and on his chin and cheek, and yet it's graded higher. Yeah, fascinating to me. The reverse is nicer grade, but the obverse has, I think, clearly has a lot more marks on it. On those guys, these Hidalgo pieces, we got 53, 54, so those you can collect in a series. This 54, by the way, okay, the 54 I think is the better date one. Probably that 53 might be a $100 coin, the 54 might be a $400 coin. We will see where it all leads. So similar, here's a different piece with Hidalgo on it. This is later, this is a 10 peso piece. Those other pieces were 5 pesos from the, this is what you call inflation, right? These were 10 pesos. This is a 5 peso, 54 to 56. 72% silver on these guys. Trying to remember if these guys, yeah, 72% silver. So you can see kind of that inflationary period in the mid-50s there. Not an expensive coin, also like a $50 type coin on that guy. Here's a constitutional commemorative issue from 1957. Also, this one is a 10 peso, and this is a 5 peso. You can see the 10 peso is pretty similar in size to the 5 peso on these guys. But I think they're the exact same size. That the design elements make them look to be different. It's interesting what can happen visually on that once you mess with the design elements on something. This is about a $150 coin on that guy in MS65 grade. This is interesting. We just moved continents just a little bit. And just kind of fun to get a circulated version of the Fat Man coin. Very popular collectible. VF35. This is a common type. Probably just put it up for a 1-cent auction. I think they sell for $100 to $200. A lot of times you'll see these in lower grade marked as you know, cleaned or whatnot on those guys. Oh, back to the Constitutional series. So this is the 5 peso version from this 10 peso. And really an attractive piece compared to the other ones, actually, when you look at it. Also 72% silver on that guy. MS65 with a plus. I don't know if that means much, but it is with the plus. So that guy I think is probably $100 plus. Also, these guys here, just to point out, these are actually 90% silver. So that lay 900, that's 900 fine silver on those guys. And then this one where it says lay 720, it's 72% silver. So they had a lot of variety throughout that. All right, and then last but not least, I have back to China. These little early 1900s. I hadn't really seen these before, and I thought they were kind of cool because here's some earlier dragon pieces from Fujian. This one is AU Details Environmental Damage. These are little 2-cent pieces. And of course, we don't get to see a 2-cent on there. You've got to know how to read the language, the lay of the land. And these guys will probably just put up for 1 cent auction on eBay. Here's another one. This one is AU55 graded. No environmental damage. That other one you saw a little bit of the rust, a little bit of the problems on there. So a big old box of world coins coming back your way, 1906 for these issues. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.